Hello YouTubers, Alaska Prepper here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, during my trip to Anchorage, Alaska last weekend, I found the only Dominican grocery store in Alaska. And I'll tell you what, I was like a kid in a candy store. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I can't tell you how excited I am to take you on this short tour of the only Dominican grocery store that I know of in all of Alaska. And I'll tell you what, just from what I can see coming in the door, this is gonna be awesome. Because they have everything. Look at this. That sour orange. Mojo, we all know what that is. Naranja agria is sour orange. That's how we call it, naranja agria. And I'm gonna show you something real quick that I grew up with that I know it's not good for you, but there's a couple of things here that bring me back to when I was like 10 years old. The beginning of my diabetic journey, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this, Malta India. That's like a malt beverage that is non-alcoholic. This is actually a Mexican drink, but the tamarindo, the tamarind, is a flavor that I grew up with as well. And let me show you something I haven't seen in about 1,000 years, and that is cola champagne. Now, those of you that grew up in New York City and grew up near the suburbs, where they have bodegas, you know what cola champagne is. And take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you that are Dominican, let me know what this is. Well, I have to tell you, for those of you that aren't. Look, this is soap, Dominican soap. And in the Dominican Republic, most households still do their clothes by hand. They wash their clothes by hand, and that's what they use. So that's what I recognize that soap from over there. And of course, every single Dominican household that you've ever been to is going to have Vicks Vapor Rub, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is a necessity of life in a Hispanic household. And take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This is cilantro, all right? This is cilantro, but when you smell it, it actually smells like cilantro. The stuff that you buy at Walmart smells nothing like it's supposed to smell. So I definitely am gonna pick up a couple of packs of that. And take a look at these. This is in case you are a single Dominican and you only wanna make one serving of rice. Okay? And then of course, this is for a 2 household. And then it goes all the way up to an 8 or a 10 household up there. And take a look at this right here. This is something that we used to make what's called tostones. We make them with plantains. And tostones is just plantains that you take and you kind of like crush them and then you fry them a second time. And that's what this little tool is used for over here. They have tools to make empanada. They have your little coffee makers right here, the ones that don't work from electricity. These are like percolators. And now we are going to get into the good stuff. Now, they don't have the white cheese that I've been looking for, but they are going to get some in and hold some in for me. And right there, we've got some salchichon. And that's not the brand that I like. I can see it right here, and that's what I'm going to get. Actually, it's right here. Oh my goodness, look at this. My Dominican friends out there, you know why I'm getting excited over this. Longanesa. This is definitely going to be going home with me as well, and a couple of these as well, these salchichons. This is something, ladies and gentlemen, that in Dominican household, this is a staple, 100%. And you're going to hear me say, oh my God, about 100 times on this video, because look at what I found. Bacalao. Bacalao, ladies and gentlemen, is a salted cod. And we use it to make a dish that has a tomato-based kind of like a sauce on it. Oh my God, and it smells so good. Oh my goodness, alcapurrias. I haven't heard that name or said that name in more than 20 years. I wonder if these are as good as I remember them. They probably are, because I haven't had them in so long. These are alcapurrias. They're kind of like a pastel, but you deep fry these, and I do believe that the shell is made with like plantains and yuca. I will probably have to grab me one of these as well. And then look at this. This is how they make milkshakes in DR, or this is how Dominicans make milkshakes. Real fruit right here. You have to freeze the fruit because it comes out in a smoother milkshake. And this here is my favorite. All right, I used to have this all the time when I was a kid. Papaya with milk and ice and sugar, of course. I know, that's the devil. And now we have some other stuff over there, like this kind of stuff right here, empanadas. I've never really had them like this. The ones that I grew up with were not as bready or as thick as these kinds were right here. But now let's get all to the sweets. Look at this. Oh, these are Cuban crackers, it says. All right, so we got we've got whole wheat crackers. I remember when I was a kid, my mom used to make this dessert, which was sweet pinto beans. All right, habichuela dulce. It's like a soupy dessert with beans that's sweet, and we used to put little crackers like this in it, and it was really, really good. Oh, look at this. I remember this bread right here. A lot of things are coming back, taking a look at all of this food. Food is what brings us together, ladies and gentlemen. You notice that? You know, I can talk about food here, and people can be like, oh, I remember this when I was a kid. I remember that. Yep, fried plantain chips. Look at this. This is a whole bunch of spices they have here. A lot of these I've never even used, to tell you the truth. Peppercorns. Anise. Star anise. And let's go to their spice section. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, even though adobo, I'm pretty sure, is a Puerto Rican product, it is a Dominican household staple. They have your sazon Goya out there of every kind almost. And look at this. We're definitely going to have to grab some of this. I've got plenty of Café Bustelo. Look at this. Santo Domingo. Café Santo Domingo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I thought maybe you'd like to see what I picked up while I was there. Now, the queso blanco, or the white cheese that I'm always raving about, they didn't have any. And it doesn't come in till later on tonight. But they're closed tomorrow, so we're not going to be able to get any because we're headed back home. However, the next time that we come down here, the owner told me to go ahead and give them a call 2 or 3 days ahead of time, and they're going to hold some for me. But we picked up a whole bunch of stuff. Well, not a whole bunch of stuff, but things that I know are awesome and some things that I've actually never seen before. And of course, I had to pick up some Café Santo Domingo. Now, yes, this is all poison, all of this sugar water stuff, but we got some of this one right here to just give it a try, and my daughter is going to love this. Got this for her, and then just got a couple of fruit drinks. Something that I've never seen before, these two things right here. These bouillon cubes from Knorr, and one of them, it says Creole with a natto flavor bouillon. Never heard of that. My wife picked that up and I was like, what is this? Same thing with ones that come with pumpkin flavored bouillon. So we'll have to see what those are like when I try them. And as you can see, I got a large jar of the sofrito here. It looks really good. I know how to make my own, but I figure I try it out and see what it's like. And this does have a pretty good expiration date on it, or best by date, ladies and gentlemen. And it's April of 2025. Now, something that I've never seen before is this right here. My wife took a look at this, and this is pasteurized processed cheese spread, but it's from Jamaica. All right, don't ask me what it's doing in a Dominican store, but it's from Jamaica. And a couple of things that I was really excited about was this right here. This longaniza is just like a sausage that's cured. I got two different brands. You can see that this one here is made in New York City, and this one here says made in the US, but I don't think I've seen where exactly it's made, what state. So we'll see what those are like. And of course, we have to get some salchichon, and this is the brand that I'm used to using. I got a couple of these. Now, these are pretty pricey. These were like 20 bucks a piece, but you know what? I know they're excellent quality. I got a couple of packs of this cilantro, which is recaito is what we call it. This is really good stuff. You can actually smell it without taking it out of the bag, whereas the stuff that I'm used to getting around town in Fairbanks, it doesn't even smell like recao or anything at all really. So I picked up a couple of packs so I can freeze them up and then go ahead and maybe make my own sofrito with it once we use that one up. Now the last things that we got is something really that my daughter picked up, because when I make tostones, I don't really use this. I just use the back of a plate. Let me know in the comments, those of you that make tostones, if you do the same thing. You just use the back of a plate, unless you have one of these that maybe were passed down to you by your parent, your mother, right? And this is just one to make like plantain chips. Again, if I'm gonna make plantain chips, first of all, I wouldn't, because I just rather make tostones. But if I were to make plantain chips, I just cut them with a knife. But you know what? Anything that's gonna keep Little Miss Alaska Prepper within the Dominican culture, I'm all for it. So it's a good thing that she actually did get this. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That's all we got at the store. I can't wait till we come back to Anchorage so that we can go ahead and pick up some of that white cheese. And when we do, maybe I'll do a short video showing you what it's like, because you can actually fry it without it melting all over the place. Other than that, have a great day. God bless every one of you. God bless America. I'm Alaska Prepper. I am out.